Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to this very special summer Grillin and Chillin Live Well show. I'm your host, Lisa Kirsch. Lee Poses, Total Woman, joining us again this segment, along with Bakersfield Life editor Olivia Garcia. We have mermaids joining us today, ladies. We love you. Nina and Norma and Linda are also here today, and they are working out and looking fabulous, and we sure appreciate all your time this morning. We have been talking about aquatics training and the benefits of this activity, especially when it's hot in Bakersfield. You get bored on the treadmill, under the fan, and there are lots of different benefits, not just for the casual exerciser, but even for some hardcore athletes.
Right, it is great training for elite athletes or just recreational athletes to improve their performance. Because if you think about anything you're doing on the land is going to involve some type or a lot of impact.
Right.
And most sports, let's take running, volleyball, any of the things require a lot of impact.
Yes.
So in order to increase your performance to do more, you would have to work harder and maybe more and more and more impact.
Right.
Well, if we can get you in the pool and train your muscles and train your aerobic and your anaerobic systems in the pool, then we can do that with almost no or no impact. So what I've done now is I've moved the ladies to the deep end. And so instead of having 90% of their body weight, they have none of their body weight.
Right.
So what we can do is if you'll hold those water bells down, they've got on belts that are keeping them more buoyant, and we're going to run just like you would on the land. Run your legs. Okay? And so
Very
as
good.
they're running, now they've got no impact whatsoever, but their body's simulating the movement of running.
Right.
So they can now go faster and faster and faster. And we can do that. Now imagine if we were doing that running. Olivia, you run, right?
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, I'm a runner. What can I do? What are some things?
So what if I was going
man.
faster, faster, faster,
Oh, it's
Olivia?
where?
A lot of, at some point you would have a knee injury or maybe even turn an ankle or whatever. We
Right.
can only go so fast, right?
Yes.
So in the water, we can do this in intervals too. So now you guys chill out, breathe, let your legs just move. And what I do when I'm training for Volkself is we'll do 30 or 1 minute intervals, and it's like go, 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 and then break, and then go, 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 and then break. So the muscles are moving as fast as they can. The joints are getting that range of motion, but there's absolutely no impact.
Wonderful.
Right? So then we can take the break and then go again. Now there's other things we can do. Ladies, if you'll scissor your legs back and forth like this.
Like synchronized swimming. You
Yeah.
guys prep for the Olympics. You guys are great.
So as they do that, they've changed the way they're using their muscles, and they're using a lot of their hips and their gluteal muscles, their butt. So we can strengthen all those muscles again I just keep using running because we have a lot
Sure.
of runners
Yeah.
here, but for almost any other,
Yeah.
think about volleyball. Think about how much it takes to jump and land and jump and land. We can train them in the pool to get all those explosive skills without having to always land. So that's one of the great benefits of doing this.
Now, you mentioned anaerobic threshold. I mean,
Anaerobic.
tell us about that. You
I
know,
will.
for those who are not familiar with this, yeah.
Aerobic activity is something that increases your heart rate, right? So you're going from rest to movement and you're getting your breathing a little bit heavy. When you get to the anaerobic phase or hit the anaerobic threshold,
Yeah.
you're getting to a place where you've only got about 3 to 5 minutes of that. So it's called, anaerobic means without air.
Okay.
So we only have so much time without air, but it's a great way to train because think about your biceps. If you always lifted the same amount of weight and never increased the weight, at some point you wouldn't benefit. The muscle wouldn't benefit anymore.
Right.
So the same thing with your heart. It can go aerobic, 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 but it needs to be shot up to that anaerobic level sometimes.
Okay.
And so again, a great way to do that is in the pool because getting to the anaerobic level
Right.
takes more intense exercise.
Yes. It
Now,
does.
in the pool, it also increases your lung capacity because you're working against the water pressure. So again,
They're working hard. You can.
yeah, and they're having so much fun
They
doing
are,
that.
the level
Yeah.
of intensity is cranked up. Still smiling.
Now, another thing they can do is they can bring those water bells out beside them. So water bells out here, and now do the running motion with your legs. There we go. So it just adds a little bit of resistance there for the arms while they're doing their exercise.
Now, in the course of the classes that you teach, is it about half shallow end, half deep end? Or?
You know, the classes, like you would say you might be taking body combat or body pump, it'll say deep water.
Oh,
or,
so
the
you know, 'cause you
classes
don't want to
are-
be surprised when you go.
Right,
You
right.
wanna know ahead
But
of time.
most of the classes do involve some deep and some shallow, generally, because they can get you off the whole weight of your body off of any impact in the deep end.
Now, is this something that you could maybe purchase those types of
Great
things
question.
and take home? Because if I can't make it to the gym, can't get a sitter for my kids,
Yep.
still want to do something?
You can buy those most any pool place, so you can order them online. You can buy them at Total Woman. We do sell them.
Oh, good.
It's not a big, part of what we do, but we do
Sure.
sell them. And if you wanted information on if we, something we didn't have, there are also other things you can buy, like gloves. And so that increases the resistance if you're doing like that, because if the water goes through your fingers, you're not getting as much resistance. If you have on webbed gloves, they go like, it's
And
against the water.
later I could tell the boys I'm the creature from the Black
Yeah,
Lagoon and have some
exactly.
fun with
Yeah.
the pool. Okay.
Yeah.
And what a family thing to do
It
as
is.
well.
It'd be great
Everyone
to
in
do
the
with your
pool.
family. Yeah. It's also great. I have the girls in the deep end. I won't torture them and make them go to the shallow end, but you can stretch very effectively in the pool too.
Okay.
So by holding onto the side and doing some of the normal stretches that you would do on the land, it's just very refreshing and it feels
Right.
really good. Your range of motion typically increases in the pool.
Yeah.
So even the running we were talking about, Olivia, where they're
Right.
doing the running, they can get a larger range of motion. I mean, you wouldn't go out on the land and just take these big leaping steps. We can improve the range of motion in the pool.
So have you seen personal improvement
Ah.
between people who've gone through this water?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so normally maybe the second or third year we were doing Volkswagen training, I decided to incorporate water into it, and people were coming back just going, oh my gosh, we want more of that. We really need more of that because, like I said, there's only so fast, so far I can push you on the land without causing injury. And so we actually, some of the other things we did, if you want to get into the athletic training, especially for the
Right.
mud run, Volkswagen, I had them pushing themselves up and back into the pool. Because that's like pulling up onto a wall. So they have to
Wow.
get up, push themselves out of the pool, maybe do some push-ups on the land, get back in, and then we would grab the water bellows and they have to go all the way across the pool again, get out on the other side, do some push-ups, get back in the water, go across the pool again.
That just sounds like a lot of fun. My
Yeah.
problem with working out has always been I just get bored.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like there's any of that happening. You girls ever get bored doing this type thing? Didn't think so. Perfect.
And in training, what we would do is we would go we in the deep end for a little while, go back to the shallow end for a little while, come back to the deep end for a little while. So you can vary it again about not getting bored, Lisa. You wouldn't spend maybe 30 minutes in the deep end. You might, vary it up a little bit, do some different things. But I just really want to emphasize it's so good for every single level of fitness, for the very beginning fitness person to the very elite athlete, because it suits everyone.
Well, I feel like I'm trained to be an astronaut. Even just watching these gals and what they're doing out here. Is there a perfect exercise? And if so,
Yes, there
wouldn't
is.
it be swimming?
You know what the perfect exercise is? The one you'll do.
Yeah, I like
Love
that.
this. Absolutely.
And the really perfect exercise is a variety of exercises.
I think I found mine.
So, yeah.
So
yeah.
do you have a membership type thing where it's just
You know, the
water?
pool is completely included in our membership. Everything
Oh,
is
it
included.
is.
So you join, you get the pool, you get anything else you want. We have a very luxurious locker room. So great big nice showers, and people come in and do their water exercise, shower, get ready for work, whatever. So we actually, to be honest with you, our pool is pretty warm, so we don't cater to lap swimmers. We cater more to, this is called vertical exercise. We would cater more to the people that are doing aquatic exercise, aerobics, you would call it. There are a few people that lap swim, but it is pretty warm. Our pool is 89 degrees. So
Does that also have something to do with maybe helping the
it does.
joints?
It does.
Okay.
We share the pool with physical therapy, and so people with arthritis and all the recovering really benefit from warm water exercise.
It can also help you if you have an injury. Can that also help you then in the road back to recovery?
Yeah, very
as
much.
well?
When I tore my ACL, the first thing I could do was get in the water. And so that's when I learned everything I learned about water exercise, because I had never been a fan of the pool before, because I don't like lap swimming myself. It's great exercise. But when I had to get in the pool for therapy, I started learning more and more about it, and I was really worried about gaining weight from recovering from an ACL injury.
Right.
And I got in the pool and actually lost weight. And so then I started researching it more and learned how I could incorporate it into the Volkswagen training, and that's how that came about. Was
Wonderful.
I had, from an injury of my own.
And where are you located if people want to come down and check
The
it out?
pool at Total Woman is located at 5329 Truxton Extension, and that's right across from the bike trail and across from AAA.
Oh, okay.
It's very
sure.
centrally located
where
across
that
from the
is.
new crosstown, freeway and everything. So you can get to it really easily now.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
And then trainers, do you have trainers?
Yeah, we have trainers. We're a full service facility that caters to women.
Okay.
If they've got it in a co-ed gym, we have it, including a pool.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, I think 75 classes a week. including spin, everything in the group exercise room, body pump, body step, all that. Water aerobics or aquatic exercise. We have personal trainers. We have a program called Gravity.
Oh.
So there's a big variety. So again, Lisa, the perfect exercise
Is the one that I will do.
is the one that you will do.
Well, do you see trends at all? Is this becoming more popular now that more people are finding out about the benefits?
I think it's becoming more popular for two reasons. Because we are an aging population.
Yeah.
And so more and more people are finding that when they can't do what they used to do on the land, that they can translate it to the water. And then we are also, I think more and more people are learning the benefits of it's not just for inactive or new exercisers or injury recovery.
Well, when I first started with the aquatic training, back when it was water aerobics in the, I want to say the early 90s, I was the youngest one in the class by 50 years. And I loved it because that made me a rock star. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, look at me go. And
Right.
then now the classes seem to be getting the younger and the
Yeah.
younger and the all ages, and it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, it's really does. I think people are learning that it does work for everyone.
Yes, it does. Really.
So advice for those who are thinking about giving this a shot or any type of incorporating any new type of lifestyle change in their
I
lives.
would always recommend, of course, if you have health issues, checking with a doctor and all that.
right.
One thing I do want to say is when you're in the water, your heart rate will be, I think I said it earlier, but it's very important. If you're used to training by heart rate, especially athletes who may wear heart rate monitors,
Okay.
your heart rate will be approximately 17 beats per minute less in the water. So you don't want to go by your same heart rate number when you're in the water because the water pressure changes things.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that you're not working out as hard.
Just your
It's just a
body
different
is
number.
different.
Okay.
Very
Good
good.
to know.
Our thanks today to our friends at Total Woman. We do have time now for a quick break. Enough time for our friends Linda and Nina and Norma. Love you girls. Thank you. We're going to let you guys dry off. When we come back, we're going to sit down with our dining divas. They're going to dish on their latest restaurant review. You're watching a very special Live Well on Bakersfield.com.